For my ugly slash conventionally unattractive girls, I have a question. How do you find the confidence to keep being yourself and keep being you, day to day, despite everything you see in the media and like around you in life in general? I feel like my self-confidence, especially since I've moved here, keeps wavering. Some days I'm like, oh, I like myself, but then other days I'm like, oh, I don't really like the way I look. And I'm getting very tired of this. I'm getting tired of the way my brain is trying to make me feel. I turn 25 next month. 25 years is too many years to feel this way about myself. I feel like I've had enough. And whilst I feel like I don't care about what people, perceive me or what they think of me, I feel like it's me, myself, and how I see my reflection that's just been affecting me. And I've been doing things to change that, but I feel like I can be doing a lot more. I think another thing is that I feel as if I wait for permission to do certain things. I don't know if it's a youngest Nigerian child thing, but I feel like that's also holding me back a lot. Like, I've been not super attractive for 25 years now. I just feel like my brain should be, used to it and not keep telling me things about myself, but it still does. I'm trying to get it to stop. And I know therapy would most likely help me, but I cannot afford that right now. I'm going to a day party tomorrow, and at first I was kind of excited, but now I'm just dreading it because I just know how I'll start to think and how I will start to feel. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm tired of this. I just want to change here. If someone can take out my brain and do some little surgeries and then put it back, that would be good. Or you can take out my eyeballs and I can put other eyeballs that I can see myself. So hopefully that will change the way I perceive myself. Either way, I want to really focus this next year on changing myself and bettering myself. I don't know if I should document that. And also, before anyone comments, oh, but you're not, you don't look, this video is not for that. I just wanted to yap and get this off my chest.
I literally do not care how attractive you are. Being the ugly friend sucks. I just watched a video of a young lady who was beautiful to me. She looked pretty. She was a pretty girl. And she was complaining about being the ugly friend. And that goes to show you, like I was saying in my last video about this topic and about me being the ugly friend in my friend group, that it doesn't matter. It sucks. It's demoralizing. It beats you down. There's something about going out with your friends, going out, weekend after weekend, whatever. And whether that, and going out, pause, doesn't mean the clubs, like just even out to dinner. And you don't get approached and your friends are getting approached. It is like literally like, it's like a sign from the universe that you are ugly. And you start to feel ugly. During that time, I would legitimately complain to my friends and tell them, like, you guys are just so much better looking than me. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, nobody wants to approach me. None of the guys are trying to talk to me. They just try to talk to all of my friends. And I would explain this to them and they'll just be like, Miss Store, what are you talking about? Like, da 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 da. And they just don't get it. They just don't get it that, like, they are so pretty that my beauty just doesn't shine next to them.
As an ugly girl, people will try to invalidate my experiences, but they can't do that because I will never, ever give my power away. The reason why I embrace being ugly is because it's not bigger than me. And being able to identify the container that you're in, it allows you to move with more ease because now you have awareness. That's all it is. Me accepting that I'm ugly is nothing shy of awareness. Once you're aware of how society perceives you, you can now make an informed movement. You understand? That awareness brings informed movement. If a slave doesn't know it's a slave, how can it ever be set free, right? And I feel like by trying to rob my voice, a lot of what you are attempting to do is also what a lot of white people do when they blame black people for the circumstances that they're in. When they say, but look at how you're making it, but I'm poor too, but I'm aligned to the black experience too, which makes no sense because how can you align to an experience that you're not in? You can relate to it. Relatability and experiential are two different things. Experiencing something and relating to it is not the same thing. It's either you experience certain things or you don't. In this case, you have pretty privilege or you have ugly treatment. There's binary It's always been binary. And this is not to say that if you're ugly, you can't achieve anything. That's the projection. That's part of the problem. That's why I keep pushing the dialogue and having layers to the discussion, because this is a layered conversation, and it's going to take many skilled individuals, many skilled intellectuals to get engaged in the conversation to continue to push the dialogue. It's going to take several conversations. This is not something you're going to unpack in a day. This is truly a reparation, so it's going to take conscious conversation, discomfort, heated arguments, debates. But no one here is wrong for engaging in a dialogue. That's why I don't care if you agree with me or you disagree with me. Like, I truly do not care. I appreciate when people listen and understand, because I'm a human being, but I'm having a dialogue because it's an important dialogue to have, and I'm not going to stop having a dialogue. I'm not going to stop having a conversation. One of the most haunting things about being an ugly girl in corporate spaces or just workspaces in general is when I was so welcome to be part of the labor, but never welcome to be part of the face, part of the pride, right? Part of what was to be shown off. And this happened a lot in anywhere that you could imagine showing up doing labor, whether that's in a relationship, but mostly I'm talking about in the context of work. Being an ugly corporate girl was absolutely horrendous, especially in this body, right? Because I'm a black girl and I'm a big girl. So whenever I said things that were, when I was being passionate, it always came off as me having an attitude. People had no idea, no problem taking my ideas, but they had all the problem in the world with giving me the credit for them, letting me be the face of it, letting me be the pilot of it. And a lot of times what was manipulative about that was that they gave me the idea that I would be. It would be, oh, because once you close this, that's going to set you up for X, Y, Z. Kind of like dangling a carrot in front of me. However, much like the relationships that I was in prior with men and women, the people that I was with had no intention on being committed to me or me being of mutual benefit to my labor. And that's why I make a lot of these videos, because a lot of y'all don't understand that being in that uglified category makes you essentially the prey to a very predatory concept. And the only reason you would have any dispute in my comments is because you just don't want the information getting out, which is very sus.
I've been immersed with this creator content for a few days now, which has led me to another side of TikTok, which I would say is it the ugly side of TikTok, about women not feeling beautiful in their skin. Maybe they are not beautiful in their friend groups, they are not beautiful in their ethnicity, they are not beautiful like that in whatever aspect, whether it's their family, ethnicity, their race. They think that they are not the beauty standard. And some of them have accepted that the fact that they are ugly, and some of them are trying to accept or to try to beautify their body, and which has led me to a lot of questions of how society treats women that are not conventionally attractive. And I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had. So let's get into the video.
How do you love a face that's been considered ugly your entire life? How do you find a face, your own face, beautiful when everyone else considers it to be ugly? It's not that I think I'm ugly, it's I basically know I'm ugly. How, you may ask? Well, when a boy spits on you and calls you ugly, that's how you know. When the boys in school would ask you out as a joke during their truth or dare games, that's how you know. When the mean girls would ask you to your face, why is your nose so big? That's how you know. When you'd be the only one sitting alone at the table while everyone else has a date for prom, that's how you know. When you're so ugly that people feel the need to come and tell you, you know. I tried to use makeup to beautify myself, but when I put on the eyeliner, all it does is emphasize how one eye is bigger than the other. I put on the lipstick, but all it does is it reminds me of how lopsided my lips are. I put on the contour, but all it does is it reminds me of how big my nose is. It just doesn't work. And then sometimes I think and look into the ceiling in a daze, and I just think that how cruel people are for the simple act of simply being born as an unattractive woman. And some days it hurts knowing that I am going to be nobody's somebody, that I have a lot of love to give, but it will never be received by anyone because they won't notice my warmth. They'll probably notice my asymmetrical face, my PCOS hair basically, and how one nostril is bigger than the other. And I'm pretty sure if I were to find my soulmate, his friends would basically make fun of him. As soon as I leave the room, they'd probably be asking him like, what are you thinking? Why her out of all people? And I've quietly accepted my fate into this. But then I think about this is that why should I continue to hate my face because everyone else hates it? I agree with everyone. I am, quite hideous. But should I hate it? Like, this hideous face was the face that quietly stood her ground when everyone in school called her ugly. This is the face that fought back tears when no one, asked her to prom. This is the face that accepted all sorts of cruelty. Yes, it is ugly. It is an ugly face. But should I just be as cruel to it as everyone else? I do believe my face deserves some affection from myself at least for being all that it's been through as some sort of reward. Yes, everyone else hates it, but should I really hate it? I think I deserve to be softer on myself, and I'm going to try to spend the rest of my life loving my face, even though there are going to be difficult days. Do I hate this face? Yes, but do I want to waste my life hating it? No.
God couldn't reach me, so he made me born in Korea as an ugly girl. So let's talk about it. So Korea is, as you guys already know, known to be the country with a very high beauty standard, especially for women. And I unfortunately happen to have nothing that they consider pretty. There were many, but some of the things that they consider ugly about me is my round face, my tan skin, and my big hips. So my childhood was always just me being extremely nervous about guys talking about girls' appearance because they're gonna talk shit about my face and I would hate myself for that. Let alone the fact that I never had a boyfriend. There was not even a single person that even liked me, which affected a lot of my self-esteem because we all go through this, phase where that's like the most important thing in our lives. There was even one time where this guy that I was super interested in told me that I looked like I was really good at soccer, that I looked like a soccer player, which basically meant like I was dark. So that's like the minus 1,000 aura points for me, and I thought that me hating myself and thinking I was the ugliest person ever will last forever until I moved to the States with my family, and that's when everything in my life completely changed.
The fear of looking ugly will ruin your life and steal your joy. One of the most common questions that I ever get is, how did you become so confident? And the truth is that it's not necessarily that there's anything that I've done, but it's just that I'm very comfortable with being ugly. I don't base, my value in beauty and other people's opinions of it. I know that I'm a good person and I have value regardless of what I look like at the time. One of the most impactful things in my young life was whenever I was in high school, I had a best friend who was very, very beautiful. But when someone would take a bad picture of her, instead of being like, ew, delete that, she would say, oh my God, that is so funny. Send that to me immediately. I'm going to make it my profile picture. And then she would. And something about seeing someone so comfortable in not having to perform beauty, it changed my life. If I had one piece of advice that I could pass on, especially to young people these days, it would be to get more comfortable with the ugly parts of yourself. It makes life more fun and worth living.
I shaved my head last year, and it really made me confront my feelings about beauty and attractiveness. These are all things I've been thinking about for a while. I think that as a woman, you are really taught, the way that we are socialized as women, that the most productive thing that you'll ever do in your life is be beautiful, and it's such a draining way to live. So when I shaved my head and realized I didn't like how I looked, my knee-jerk reaction was let me change something about my hair so I look better. But I decided, no, I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to let myself look bad. And a lot of what influenced this decision was definitely learning more about feminism and learning more about just how much women are taught this, and women are kept small by our pursuit of beauty. Like, we just invest so much in beauty and then we don't put any energy towards other areas of our life that would actually make us grow and develop as people and contribute to society. Realizing that really frustrated me, so I knew that I wanted to stop going in that direction. So I started to think more about beauty and just how useless beauty really is, which is what the essay that I wrote last week was about on Substack. Just like, beauty is really useless. Like, it's not going to do anything for me. It's not going to write my poetry. It's not going to like do my laundry. It's not going to do anything being beautiful. So why should it matter, and why should I put so much energy towards pursuing it? Nobody who would be in my life because I'm beautiful is someone that I want in my life anyway. So there's no point in then using beauty to like get people to want to be around me. Through embracing being unattractive and just generally not putting action towards beauty, I am actually able to put energy towards things that really matter to me.
I don't know if any other ugly women can relate to this experience, or ugly people in general, but my entire life, ever since I've been old enough to like be aware of the way that I look and my appearance in relation to others, I have felt inhuman. I have felt less than human. I have felt like something that has snuck onto earth, and I've never known how to make that feeling go away because it is so inherent to who I am that I don't think it's possible for me to feel any other way than this.
So there's a content creator on here by the name of Niara the Goddess. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And essentially her content is about her being unattractive, being the ugly friend. And how no matter how people try and pitch it to her, her experience in society is that she's ugly. And she feels so uncomfortable in the way she looks, like she constantly uses filters, and how she looks on social media is not how she looks in real life because of that. And there of course is like a bunch of people in the comments, like, you know, affirming her, telling her how beautiful she is and all those things, and she feels like you all aren't acknowledging and valuing my experiences and what I'm expressing that I feel existing in this skin and being, as she says, ugly. I don't think the girl is ugly. And I really think attractiveness is subjective. And I don't think that, like, and this is coming from somebody, hear me when I say this, people have looked me dead in my fucking face, and this has happened multiple times, and been like, damn, you ugly. Like, oh my God, you're fucking ugly. Like, you cool, I would talk to you if you look better. Me. Attractiveness is subjective. Do you think I let them people bother me and like really, like, it hurt the first time, because like, you ain't no look at your damn self. And that's what it really be. It be people's own insecurities being pushed off on others. And I think if you realize attractiveness is not like subjective, everybody is beautiful to somebody, and function in that, you will be received and life will be received better. I'm not gonna act like because of like the bullying and the things that I've experienced, I wasn't insecure at a point. However, when I transitioned from being insecure and functioning in those biases that other people told me, and then just feeling how I genuinely felt like I'm not fucking ugly, fuck y'all. If you don't like how I look, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You understand what I'm saying? And I just function in Britney authentically in my personality and my style. That's when I got the best response from people. That's when I felt the best about me. So I wasn't even looking for anybody's response. That's what it is. You have to be so secure in yourself that you're not looking for other people's response. And she says that people give her those, what is the term called? Oh, bless your heart eyes. Be delusional in your confidence that you don't even notice those bless your heart eyes. Think those bless your heart eyes are for them, because she's talking about these are her friends. That's another thing too. A lot of people surround themselves around people that they want to be like, not realizing that they're fucked up on the inside. They just are. Attractiveness does not mean you're a good person. Attractiveness actually doesn't mean anything if you don't believe and feel it within your heart.
Yes, attractiveness is nothing. If you feel that you are not attractive, no matter how someone is looking at you, telling you that you are beautiful, if you see yourself as an ugly person, you will never believe that. Just like this lady here. When she was calling herself ugly, I'm like, if you are ugly, then what am I? What am I? The face card is there, the body is banging, but she feels ugly. So if she is ugly, then what's the hope for a person like me? So that is not to say they are conventionally attractive and their attractiveness. But this lady is conventionally attractive to me, but she feels ugly. She thinks she's ugly compared to her friend. And some things that I also want to note, some people feel that I don't know her. maybe our friends may be light skinned, because I have seen that a lot in black community. There's this notion that if you are light skinned, automatically you are beautiful, which is, I disagree. I disagree, because I have seen a lot of beautiful dark skinned melanin queen. And this is not me saying that if you're light skinned, you are not beautiful, right? But light skin does not automatically means you are beautiful. Let's get that one straight. And also, one thing that I feel like it will help, that helps me, even though, well, some people may say I am not ugly. Why some people may say I am ugly? Let's just say that this attractiveness, being ugly, being beautiful, is subjective. It's subjective. I have made peace with the fact that I am not a conventionally attractive person. I have also made peace with the fact that I am not ugly. So I know that I am beautiful, and I'm not going to be everyone cup of tea. And that has really made me to like kind of accept myself. That has made me to like not view myself the way people view me. I've loved, because some of this thing is about internal. When you internalize all this negativity about your life, all these negative talks, how people view you, I feel like you will think that you are more ugly than the way you are, if that makes sense. So when you start seeing yourself in a positive light, seeing yourself as a beautiful person, as an attractive person, you will not see yourself as ugly as you think you are, if that makes sense. So I feel like it will really help anyone that is not conventionally attractive, any woman that is not conventionally attractive, for you to accept that you are not going to be everyone cup of tea. That will help you. And let's just even say, even some people, I have seen people that are conventionally attractive that still feel inferior about others people. When they are close to other people, they'll feel like they are not beautiful. So I feel like the way to go forward, if you are unconventionally attractive, sorry, if you are not conventionally attractive, is just accept the fact that everyone is not going to find you attractive, and that is fine, and that is okay. And also, two things can be true. I know that the way society treats women that are not conventionally attractive is horrendous. Is just two things can be true, but you can't treat yourself the way society treats you. If society is treating you like a shitty person, or they are not giving you the respect that you deserve, you don't have to treat yourself the way society treats you. You owe it to yourself to treat yourself with love, you treat yourself with respect, to accept yourself, and to treat yourself with compassion. Because if anyone is not going to accept you, you owe it to yourself to accept yourself, because you only have you. You are the one that is living in your skin. So you don't have to treat yourself the way society treats you. Because I feel like if you start treating yourself with the compassion, with the love that you deserve, I think it will radiate, and before you know it, other people will start treating you with the same compassion. And I feel like that is the way to go about this. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Do you think people that are unconventionally attractive, do you think that they have, because I have seen some people say that people that are unconventionally attractive have victim mentality. I would love to hear your thoughts, share your opinion, and share your experience down in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye!